Welcome, artists! Today we're diving into 4 powerful 2D dry media tools: graphite, colored pencil, oil pastel, and marker. You're going to learn how each material works, what common mistakes to avoid, and how to use techniques to make your art shine, no matter what your subject is. There are different types of drawing graphite pencils. Here is an H pencil. It sketches very light, where the General's Layout pencil is darker. Just different types of lead. So the first technique you can use is hatching, with just shading with lines, or cross hatching. Shading and blending with graphite means you need to use the side of the pencil and start light. Build up that value or that shade. A common mistake is just pressing too hard, too early, and it's going to look really sketchy. Don't do that. Now, if you do want to blend, you can use a tissue, not your fingers. Again, use small little circles, start light, build up that value, and you can always switch out to the General's Layout pencil to create a darker shade. This creates almost like a gradual change in value scale. Here's some different pencils. Remember, when using a pencil to draw lines and textures, use the point of the pencil. To shade with graphite, you want to use the side of the pencil. Small, very light little circles, gradually pressing harder as you build up the value. I also like to shade and blend in different directions, just so it gets rid of all of the sketchiness. Again, a common mistake is pressing too hard too early. Go gradual. Even if you're applying pressure, gradually lighten it up. Also, you can draw with your eraser, get that extra little schmutz off if you need to. You can draw highlights back in. It's a really cool trick. And always put your stuff back on the tray. Next up, color pencils. I like to use a pretty sharp pencil and have consistent pressure. Again, I can always draw lines and textures. Love that little flicking technique using the point of the color pencil. Now, just like your regular graphite pencil, start light. It's all about light layering and blending in small circular motions. That's going to get rid of all of that sketchiness. Besides coloring too fast or too heavy, leaving visible white gaps is a common mistake. So if you work in the small circular motions, shading in different directions, layering colors slowly from light to dark, adding more pressure, that's going to help you fix those mistakes. You can also do some color mixing and shading, adding some more value by mixing colors. Again, the more pressure you add, the darker the value is going to be. An organized artist is a happy artist, so always put your materials back on your tray. We also have crayons in the studio, so if you are a waxy crayon fan, the key, again, is blending. Just like graphite and color pencil, I like to start light. I like to shade in small circular motions, and I try not to mix too many colors at once. A common mistake is not layering or mixing colors. You can layer colors slowly from light to dark using crayons as well. Just remember, start light until it is right. Build up your base layer first, then you can always apply more pressure for a darker value. If your original color isn't blended enough, you can always go back and keep on layering. Another waxy dry medium are oil pastels. So the key here is don't peel off too much paper. Let's keep our things nice. This medium is great for layering and blending. You can build up a lot of oil pastel. You can also mix in colors. I wouldn't overblend the colors though, because common mistake, overblending equals muddy colors. You can also mix some darker values in there. You can see here, I'm still just kind of going in a circular motion to blend that color. I prefer smudging with a tissue. It keeps my fingers clean. And besides the kind of heavy texture, one of my favorite techniques is called sgraffito, which is literally scratching through the layers. Now it's time for some ink. Now you're probably thinking, ink is wet. This is not a dry medium, but it's great for illustration. So the first core technique is line control. Using the point of the marker creates fine lines. As you can see in the side of the marker creates thick lines. You can even mix up from the point to the side to create a really cool effect. When I'm blocking in shapes with marker, I always trace the edge or the outline first. Then I go in one direction, overlapping my marker strokes. Too much ink, it will bleed through the paper, so just let it dry before shading in the opposite direction. We can also layer with markers. It can be the same tone, it could be different tones. You can hatch, meaning you can shade with different lines. You could cross hatch. Just remember to let it dry in between. I always start with the lightest color first, then I will layer the darker colors over. You can't really see a lighter color over top. I mean, it can kind of show up, but I like to start light and then go dark. Picking up a theme here, start light till it's right. You can always go darker later. Speaking of dark, let's talk about Sharpies. So you have a marker, you have a pen for different widths. Again, use the point of the marker to create lines, to create textures. Use the side of the marker to block in areas or shapes. Need more line control, switch out to a Sharpie pen for those fine lines, those small shapes, those textures. It can always layer over top of other ink as well. It doesn't layer over top of an oil pastel or color pencil very well though. If you do want to show space, you can overlap your shapes. Just remember to shade in the same direction. Let that ink dry before adding other types of media in. So you could hatch or cross hatch in some shadows, showing like the illusion of space and overlapping. You can also layer color pencil over top of ink. This is a common technique that I like to use. Just remember to blend and layer lightly. I see a lot of developing artists struggle with just like, how do I use this tool correctly? Color pencils blend with the side of the color pencil in a small circular motion, where markers, you want to shade in the same direction, overlapping your marks. Again, using different types of tools. Pen is great for hatching, cross-hatching, small little textures, not great for shading. If you want to block in an area, switch out to a marker. So make your tool match the area. I do have one exception to the light to dark rule. We do have some gel pens. Test them out, get that ink flowing first. They're really great for having like opaque white highlights over dark colors. You may also have some gold or silver or colored gel pens as well. Art is a process, folks, and every artist makes mistakes. What matters is how we adjust and build our skill over time. Just keep practicing these techniques and you'll see real growth in your drawings. I want you to think to yourself, what technique worked best for you? Which medium did you find the most challenging? And how did you fix or avoid common mistakes? Let's give it a go.